Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I hope you all are fine and doing well, and uh, and also I hope you are following the lectures. So I think in last class we have discussed regarding uh, training needs assessment, why we need training, what's the point of training, do we really need training and development or any course for our employees or for everyone, or not. So we have discussed training need assessment in full details. I think it was for your 2 weeks, so we have covered it in few classes. So today we will talk about training evaluation. There are some learning, some of your course outline which we will be discussing at the end of the this subject or end of the syllabus. So there is training evaluation, and this, as we have discussed, training need assessment. Now we are evaluating the training. We are finding out the training was effective or not after conducting the training or before that. Evaluation is playing a very key role in finding the key facts regarding the training programs or any training and development programs. So evaluating a training will help you to find out the reasons, why it was successful, why it was failure, the key analysis, key facts regarding the training. So it will help you in future plan for employees. So if you had any mistake in training in this month, for example, so you don't want to commit the same, or you don't want to face the same problem in next training session. So if you have contacted a company, if you have outsourced the training and that was not effective, so you don't want to recruit or hire the same trainer again. So all these questions will be answered after training evaluation. When you evaluate the training programs, then you can see the results and you can see the outcome of training, and then you can take action based on your findings. So that's very, very important. So it's very important to after the training or even before the training to think about it, to find out the reasons, everything. So that's why you are spending a lot of time, many energy on organizing a training program for your employees. So that's why it's very important to do the training evaluation as well. So in the first slide we will discuss an example, so it can be easy for us so to learn the coming slides. So it's better to read this example, so it's easy, then it's easy for you to understand what is training evaluation. So let's this is a company in Colombia, is a hospital. What they have done, we'll read in this slide. At Sister of Charity Providence Hospital, which is a 304-bed hospital in Colombia, a training function that addresses performance gaps and support quality service is a top priority. So performance gap and quality service there is top priority. So their first priority is to finish the gaps that they are having in their performance, the problems, and also have a quality service for their customers. Training and development programs are linked to the hospital strategy goals. So we have studied strategic training. So their programs are linked directly to the strategic goals of the company, of the hospitals, to become an employer of choice and to provide service in operational excellence. It's not only important to develop programs supporting the strategy, but also to provide evidence as to how they contribute. One priority has been to develop leaders from its current manager. So how you can develop a leader from manager, how you can find a leader from the manager, that's all need training. So they are providing training in order to have a good leaders. The hospital first program, Leading Edge, included a curriculum that focused on financial and performance management, identifying and recruiting top talent, and change management. So I think you have studied, you are having a subject on change management, or you have studied in strategic management, or there might be a subject change management, so it depends on that. So recruiting a top talent is another effective way. The focus of training was based on middle managers' performance need and weaknesses, so that's why they're having training programs. So I think these are very simple points, so there is no explanation needed, I think, when you're doing performance need and weaknesses. So you know that what's the weakness and what's the performance needs. The training used a variety of methods, but each program included a set of team building activities and performance review of the organization. So as you can see, they have variety of method, means different types of methods they're using, set of building team activities, different activities in order to have a conduct a training programs. So now a formal process were implemented to hold leaders accountable for the performance of their area. The principal objective included increased earning before interest, depreciation, and let's what they're doing, they're having the leaders are accountable for their performance in their area. For example, if a leader in production area, he is responsible for what's happening in the production line. So that's why they have given that responsibility. Improvement of employee and patient satisfaction. So yes, so both needs to be satisfied from the hospitals, both patients and employees as well. So they are looking after their employees and customers. So each goal was met during the first year of the program, and improvement have continued. So that's very easy, they have achieved what they were planning. For example, to measure a behavior change in manager feedback, questions were added to employee survey. Results indicate that there has been a significant increase in feedback by leaders who have attended the training program. So you see that they have found, after the evaluation, why they have found all these information. So you can see that their training were successful. So those leaders that have joined the program, they were significantly doing well. Another priority has been to use training to improve patient care. This has led to the hospital investment in clinical simulation training program that creates a real patient experience in a safe practice environment. So then there is another training there was for leaders, and next one for patient care. So patient care is the facilities that they need to have for patients in order to give them a good service, in order to look after them. The patient can cough, vomit, and reproduce the, other bodily function, as well as communicate their medical needs. Employees can work alone or in a teams during the simulation to improve their patient care and problem solving skills. So they are doing these on a team basis, on a real basis, so they can be adopted, or they can be familiar with this sort of situation. So how can they handle it, or how can they solve the problem? Trainers provide time for reflection and provide feedback to help employees learn. The realistic work environment have improved patient care, and employee satisfaction has increased. Also, the retention rate for new first year nurse graduate has increased 18%. So overall, you can see after evaluation they have got the retention, means employees retaining employees, which you know what is retaining employees. So at the first they were trying to recruit a top talent, and they also tried to give them a training in different leaders, and also they have tried to conduct a training for patient care. So patient care is they want to do on a team basis. The trainer have given provide them with the training. And this training has been done also in hospital and also in military. They do real based training. So if a person get injured in a combat, how you can save him, how you can take his body. For example, if a person died in a combat, how to take his body out, how to face an ambush, how to face IEDs or a war or whatever, or attack from different corners, from different parts. So these are all trainings are conducted on a real basis, what they needs to done. So that's why it's a evaluation. So you see that when they are providing a training, so we have discussed on the first slides, if you remember, that giving providing different training and development programs will help your employees, will satisfy their needs, and they will be happy from the company and they will not leave. So the employees turnover will decrease, so it means the retention rate will increase. So that's what we have discussed on the first slides. If you remember that a training and development program decrease employees turnover. So what we have, the employees turnover, that they are leaving the company every month. Employees leaving a company, which will cost the company. So that's why once they have provided this type of training for their employees, what happened, their retention rate has increased 18%. So 18%. Now it means after evaluating the training program, they have found out that this is, first, we have achieved our goals. Second, we have recruited top talent. Third, we have conducted training for leaders and for services. Fourth, they have created the training program in order to have employees and customer satisfaction increase. Fourth, they have provided the training. Fifth, they have provided the training in order to increase their retention rate. So they don't want their employees to, in order to decrease their turnover, so they don't want their top talent to leave the company or the hospital. So that's an example regarding training evaluation. So now let's discuss each point. As the opening vignette illustrates, the Sister of Charity Providence Hospital's training function wanted to show that the time, money and effort devoted to training actually made a difference. So from the hospitals, it means the time they have invested, the money they have invested, efforts, the energy they have spent on the training program has finally had a result, has a positive result. So they actually made the difference between the employees. So you can see that they have saw the difference. So how you can saw the difference, how you can find out the difference before training and after training? By the help of training evaluation. When you are doing training evaluation, it will help you to find out the result before the training, after the training, or whatever. Yes, so that is the training function was interested in assessing the effectiveness of training program. So there is training effectiveness, which refers to the benefit that the company and the trainees receive from training. So that's called training effectiveness, when the benefits or advantage are getted by the company and also the person who received the training. Benefits for trainees may include learning new skills or behaviors, and benefit for the company may include increased sales or more satisfied customer. So that's the two benefits for employees. The benefits are that they're learning, they're getting new learning new skills, they're developing their skills, they're learning new information or new skills, so it will help them in their future career. So that's why that's a benefit for employees. And for companies, definitely when your customer satisfaction rate goes up in other countries where you're operating in a very competitive environment, that's very important. In a very competitive environment, if you're not having a proper quality product or you're not having a good customer service, you're losing customers. So once you lost customers, your sales will gradually decrease. So your sales decrease, your profit decrease. So then definitely there were many restaurants or many companies have shut down their businesses. Why? Because of not having proper relationship with the customer, or not they were not able to satisfy their customers. They were not providing them quality product or even the customer service that they're facing. So that's training effectiveness, which means the benefit that the company and trainer receive from the training programs. A training evaluation measures specific outcomes or criteria to determine the benefits of programs. Training outcome or criteria refers to measures that the trainer and the company use to evaluate training programs. To determine the effectiveness of the program, the hospital had to conduct an evaluation. So the hospital example which we have seen on the first slide, it's very important to find out what they are doing. So training evaluation will help them to determine the effectiveness of the program. So how effective the program was, how effective the training program was it successful or failure? So that's all about training evaluation, which we'll find it. Training evaluation refers to the process of another, so there's another slide, collecting the outcome needed to determine whether training is effective. For Sister of Charity Providence Hospital, some of the outcome included an increase in feedback by leader, very good financial indicator, example increase earning before interest, and an improvement in patient care satisfaction. So that's for these three purposes they have provided training program for their employees, and they have saw the result. The hospital also had to be confident that its information gathering process was providing it with accurate conclusion about the effectiveness of its training program. The evaluation design refers to the collection of the information, including what, when, how, and from whom, that will be used to determine the effectiveness of the training program. So that's all about training evaluation. So from what information, when, how, and from whom, you need to collect the data in order to determine the effectiveness of the company. So if you are provided a training program for your employees, and then is a time to ask them about the effectiveness of the program, how much they are happy from the training, or what is the changes before and after the training, what skills they have learned, have they learned a new skills or not. So these are the questions which you will find out in training evaluation. When you are doing a training evaluation, it will help you to find out so it will be used to determine the effectiveness of the training program. So that's all training evaluation. So let's see how many else slide we have. Yes, this thing we need another class for that. So reasons for, let me discuss formative training. So let's discuss this slide or next slide for the reasons for evaluating training program. What are the reasons that we need evaluation, training evaluation? What are the reasons behind this? So companies are investing, so we all know, we have discussed a lot that companies are investing millions of dollars on training purposes for their employees, so they can learn skills and they can have a competitive advantage over their competitors in the market. So they can have skillful laborers, or they can have a top talent in the market, so they can compete with their competitors. So we have discussed these things on the first classes, that companies are investing a lot of money on training purposes, especially nowadays when you are like when you are competing in competitive market, when you are having many competitors in the market, it's very hard for you to have a competitive advantage or have a successful business when you are competing in such competitive market. So definitely you need to find out ways in order to attract customers. Definitely you need proper skilled labor. Definitely you need a proper talent. You need top talent employees. You need to recruit them with your company. So that's why the companies are investing a lot of money in their training programs. As we have discussed, many companies are even hiring trainers from outside. As you know that there are some trainers, when they are coming for a lecture, I think for a few minutes they are charging thousands of dollars. You need to pay their tickets, visa, hotel, transportation, everything, and for a few minutes they are charging thousands of dollars just to come and give training for your employees. So that's why you can search this in Google, training costs in different polls. But I've seen some trainers, they are charging even $5,000 per day, or for per hour, or for one training session. So if you're hiring a trainer, a specialist, for example regarding a customer service, and you're hiring a person from another country, and you're providing training program for your employees, and at the end they haven't learned anything, so what's the point of hiring a person, of spending time, spending your energy, everything, in conducting a training program, but the result is zero? So that's why training evaluation will helps you to find out these points. So it's easy, then it can be easy for you to analyze and evaluate the data, numerical data, what's happening. So let's see. Companies are investing millions of dollars in training programs to help gain a competitive advantage. Companies invest in training because learning creates knowledge. Often it's this knowledge that distinguishes successful companies and employees from those who are not. Research summarizing the result of studies that have examined the linkage between training and human resource outcome, attitude and motivation, behavior, human capital, organizational performance outcome, performance and productivity, or financial outcome, profit and financial indicator, has found that the companies that conduct trainings are likely to have more positive human resource outcome and greater performance outcomes. So companies that they are providing more training programs for their employees, they are having a very good performance, and they are having also good top talent as well. So definitely they are performing better from their competitors. So when you are having a top talents, when you are having innovative team, when you are having a courageous teams, when you are having a competitive team, then it's very hard, it's very easy for you to compete with your competitors, because you are doing well from them, you are having a good team, you are having facilities, you are using good technology, you are having good position, you are having a top talents. So that's why you can see Microsoft and Facebook or others, that when they are coming for CEOs or other posts, they are trying to recruit a top talent. And they are providing different types of training programs, so they can at least have a best employees, top talent. So let's see, for example, the universities. If universities want to have a competitive position in the market, and if they want to have a better position from their competitors, for example, they are providing different training programs for their lecturers and for their management team, for example employees. For example, they are providing a training program for their lecturers, how to become a successful public speaker, how to speak, for listening, for speaking, for body language, how to have a positive body language, how to have a good relationship with students, how to solve their problems. For example, there are different questions that they can provide a training program for their employees, for their lecturers. So imagine their lecturers become a very good public speakers. They can provide, students are happy from them, students are all students are satisfied from the university. Definitely they will go and say that our lecturers are very trained, lecturers are very talented, they're very professionals. Even for example, if they are facing any problem in IT, their IT departments are active, and if they are facing any problem in the campus, they go and their problems are solved automatically in just a few hours, or in according to their problems or whatever. So imagine if you are having a problem and you go to the, for example, a department, and they say our system is not working. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do it. For example, you passed the semester, but still you haven't finished the problem. You're still facing the same problem. So it shows the unprofessionalism of the organization. So when you're having a top talent, when you're having best employees, best lecturers, experienced lecturers, everything, then definitely you can have a competitive position in the market. You can see that some universities, they are having yearly programs. Every year they're motivating their top employees in HR, in marketing, in finance, in lecturers. They are providing them appreciation certificates with gifts, everything, that these are our top lecturers, for example, and these are our they are providing appreciation certificate and also gifts for their HR team. Why? Because HR team were able to recruit a top talent. They have invested a lot of time in finding a good talent, in recruiting, selection, interview process, everything. And there every year these companies have, and also they are having a training programs. So you can see in Salam University that the universities are providing different training workshops for their students. So why they're providing the same? So for better skills, so you can learn new skills. Once you graduate, you are having a certain skills, for example, how to apply for Chevening scholarships, how to do your masters, how to do your thesis, even student counseling services, how to select your topic, supervisions, how to choose your career, where you want to go, your jobs, everything. There are many services that the universities are trying to provide for their students. So why they are providing different training and workshops? So in order to improve your skills. So after providing the training, then they can evaluate, yes, it was successful, our students have learned, our lecturers, then they can ask them how was that. So it's all about training. So that's why once these hospitals which has helped has conducted different training programs, and they saw the performance, they saw the changes in their performance, and also so that's how it works. So let me review what we have discussed. So training evaluation, we have discussed the example of hospitals which has 304 beds. What they were doing, they were providing different types of training, and they were targeting different aspects of the management. So as you can see, so then we have discussed training effectiveness. So what is training effectiveness? Refers to the benefit that the company and the trainees receive from training. So then that's training evaluation, which measures outcome criteria. The benefits of program training outcome refers measure the trainer and the company use to evaluate training program. So we have discussed this. The hospital also has a confidence, that is information gathering. Then we have discussed reason for evaluating training. Then you can see that the hospitals result between training and human resource. So there is a link between training and human resource outcome. So if you are doing all these things, what we'll have to have a more positive human resource outcome and greater performance outcome. So in next class we will discuss these points, formative evaluation, summative evaluations, the discussion and all. So will be discussed in our coming class. So I am recording this classes and summarizing it in a very brief, so you can watch every lecture. So if we are just concentrate to we are just want to concentrate on main topics, so I can give you an idea and you can at least follow it and learn. So if it becomes I think it's my personal, if it goes to 50-60 minutes each class, I'm very sure when I'm analyzing every video, so I'm evaluating it. Don't worry, when I'm putting a video in YouTube, when I see today I watched one video that no view was there, so it's very sad. You are spending a lot of time on researching, on finding materials, so for you then you don't watch it. So that's why I have to find another way, so minimize the time or at least summarize everything in a short, so at least you can listen to it and learn something from this subject. So inshallah, see you in the next class.